Hi, I'm Ryan Delavaneri with Image Depot Express, and thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about water-based printing. Okay, so you've heard me talk about a lot of different different types of ink that we work with. Water-based is by far my favorite. It's one. Well, I guess water-based with the discharge additive is probably my top favorite. But the water-based ink for your base, you're going to be so happy if you try this out. Okay, so first off, why do they call it water-based? Well, it's because the base of the ink is water. Okay, and so what makes that special is when the ink is heated up during the drying process, it evaporates the water out of the ink, leaving behind just the soft color pigment in your design. So what you want to think about is the water-based ink becomes part of the shirt rather than plastisol ink that sits on top of the shirt. So when you rub your hand over it, you're not going to be able to feel it at all. It bonds with the shirt itself. And one thing to remember is when you first get your shirts with a water-based ink on them, you will be able to feel the ink a little bit slightly. After the first wash, though, it removes the top layer of pigment, leaving behind just a very soft feeling print. So just keep that in mind. The first time you get it before they've ever been washed, they're not going to feel as soft as they're going to feel after the first wash. Okay, and what's cool, and I'm sure everybody's got one of these shirts as their favorite shirt, is as you wash it and you wear it, it just gets more ingrained into the shirt and it becomes better and better and better. And usually when you got a shirt that's like your favorite shirt, it usually has a water-based print. It feels super soft. It pairs nicely with like a tri-blend shirt or a blended shirt that won't hold a discharge print. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about your design. So let's look at the sample we've got here. Okay, so this is a tri-blend shirt. Okay, this is a water-based white print. Okay, so one thing you're going to notice, if I showed you a plastisol white next to this, it's going to pop a lot more. It's going to be a little bit brighter. So you want to remember, water-based colors are a more muted color. Okay, by design. I mean, like it's not going to be as high contrast as plastisol, but it's also not going to be as thick and bulletproof as plastisol either. It's going to be super soft. So you just got to remember that these really produce like more muted colors. They produce definitely it's harder to control the vibrancy of particular colors. So, like if you have a brand that you have to match a PMS color to, we might really talk to you about doing a soft tan plastisol over a water-based, because from shirt to shirt, the product's gonna look slightly different. You just want to remember it's more of like an antique vintage look. But I'm telling you, when you employ this correctly with your design, it turns your shirt into, a favorite. I mean, like you could have the same design, but two different shirts, one with plastisol and one with water-based, and the plastisol one's gonna probably be a forgettable. The water-based one's gonna be a favorite. I mean, it's gonna be one that the person who gets it's gonna keep and wear and love. Okay, so just, what you wanna remember is you're investing into the wearability of the shirt when you go with water-based, and it's more finicky. It's an art, it's not a science. Plastisol's a science. We know if we do this color plus this color on this color shirt, it's gonna be the same thing every single time. Water-based isn't that way. It's an art. I mean, it might have to be reset up a couple of times to get it exactly perfect, but when it's done, man, that end product is awesome. So just keep that in mind. I know it's hard to like get super enthused about it from a video. If you're local, I would encourage you to stop by one of our stores, touch the product, feel it, really see what it's all about if you're on the fence. And if you're not close to us, give us a call. I'll send you a sample at no charge. I want you to feel the product. We want you to be happy with it. We're not trying to upsell you, but we are trying to right sell you. Like, the same product isn't best for every single type of product that you're going to do, or every single type of scenario. So if I'm just showing you the cheapest, easiest thing for us to make every single time, well, that's not going to get your shirt worn more. That's not going to get your brand in a premium standpoint in the minds of your consumers or your employees. So you got to really think about how you're trying to use this and what you're wanting to accomplish with it. If you're just wanting to give out as many shirts as possible, I tell you, stay with plastisol, stay with a promotional level shirt. It's going to be the cheapest product, and it's still a good product. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the same level of product as this is going to be. Now, if your goal is to get this worn around the community, to really like reinforce a premium brand by giving out premium items like this, or if you're in the resale market, hands down, water-based is the way to go. Everybody is going to rant and rave about how good this product is. All right, so I beat it to death. If you've got any questions, give us a holler. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to work with you on your design. I think I already mentioned that we can furnish samples for free. We can also work on do your artwork at no charge, and we can lay it out and show you how it's going to look and try to give you an idea of what you ought to go with, whether it be soft touch, plastisol, discharge, plastisol, or water based, just depending on the type of product you're using. So just use this from a consultative basis. We've got a lot of information, and we can help guide you down the right path. Well, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Make it a good one.